February 4th is the first race in the ORS race series. It's the Groundhog Gallop. Saturday, February 4th, middle school at Parkside. Get signed up. Visit orsraceseries.com. The ORS race series presented by JTV Experience Jackson, IEP, and Fortress Cafe.
Joining us now from Lumen Christi Catholic School, Principal Ben Learn and Assistant Principal Sean Brogan. Good morning.
Morning. Thank you, gentlemen.
Morning. Happy Catholic Schools Week.
Yeah. It's my first installment there, so it's new to me.
Are you being treated well? Have you had a day of appreciation for yourself yet?
No, I think administration appreciation's not on the calendar.
It isn't.
There will not be any sort of appreciation for us. Today is a student appreciation day.
Nice.
So they're probably happy that we're here right now.
Yeah, Student Appreciation Day is also Parent Appreciation Day because it's out of uniform day.
Right.
It's a free lunch.
True.
Easy morning routine for the parents.
Yes,
So I just want to thank you all for that as well.
Is that what the benefit of today is for students?
Yeah, pizza.
Out of uniform day. No homework.
I was going to say, that's a big one for the high
No
schools.
homework.
Oh, yeah.
homework.
For the students today. So.
Is this from the bishop?
No.
No, that's our student council put that together.
Usually the bishop will give us a day off of school that we're still actually waiting on if the bishop is listening.
We'd
right
like
now.
that day
Yes.
soon.
Yeah.
So we're over halfway through the school year. Talk a little bit about how it's gone so far. I've heard nothing but good things.
That's great. That's all I need to hear. No, on my perspective, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So being able to, like, we started this week with Rosary and Adoration, full school because of Catholic Schools Week, and then having mass, school-wide mass yesterday and inviting the parents. That is the big difference for me. And putting our faith first, and that's one of our core values is living faith. So for me, that's all I needed. So the first half of the year, obviously there's things that we wanted to kind of fix, and Sean's been here for 20 years, so he has a great insight of what needed to be tweaked and how to do it. And is everything perfect? Obviously not, but it is headed in the right direction. The big thing for us to gauge is, are the students happy? And I would say yes.
Yeah.
At least they lie to us. But the student section at the games are amazing. So the involvement and the support that they're showing each other is kind of one of our big goals, and it's coming to fruition right now. So I think first half's been awesome.
Yeah, so important, Sean, to create those high school experiences, middle school experiences for all of the kids.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have. So one of the things we wanted to do this year is create, like you said, more of a middle school experience. Our building is 7 through 12, so we had Ian DeWitt is now our middle school dean, and he every other week is doing something that is tailored towards middle school kids. So we wanted to really create two different experiences, because what middle school kids love, an 11th grader may be like, what are we doing? This is silly.
Yeah.
So, that's one of the things that we wanted to do. And just other things this year, COVID just kind of threw everything for a loop. And just some of those things that made Lumen Christi, that maybe the students didn't necessarily love, whether it's facial hair or uniform in check, is just, getting that stuff back in order, because, as a Catholic school, there's things that should be difficult. There's things that should separate us. And at the end of the day, those things that necessarily are hard after you graduate, because there's a little bit of a struggle involved, a lot of times you have a strong sense of pride, and maybe you're more passionate toward your school because there were those days of maybe you didn't like a coach all that much, or you didn't like a teacher because they were really pushing you. So I know I've definitely felt those days as a teacher and a coach, where people walked into your classroom and you say, "Hey, how you doing?" Or, they didn't give you a big, warm and welcoming smile back. But even like this past Friday, I went out to dinner with one of those students that necessarily was not the biggest fan of myself at school, and he was adamant, like, just now that he's 25 years old, just very thankful of the education at Lumen Christi.
You don't know what you had until you get a few years to look back on it.
Absolutely.
For sure.
So all the Catholic schools this week, there are tours, open houses. You're encouraging people to check out the school.
Yeah, next Tuesday will be ours. February 7th from
7th.
5:30 to 7:30 is the open house at Lumen Christi. Come check us out. That's the biggest part is you don't know what you don't know. So come see what we have to offer, and obviously what the history that Sean has, and you as well, Andy being an alum, you know what we have to offer at Lumen Christi, but it's easy to talk about it, but once they see it, so they can talk to the different sports. We have our middle school robotics had a bunch of success, so we'll have a table there for them. Our high school robotics is getting there. The middle school play will be next week, and then the musical will be in March. So there'll be a table for them as well. So,
I've been there for a long time, and I would say this year I've seen more excitement for the schools that I've seen in a long time. And, it seems like every other week you open up your email and there's another new student that is enrolling into the school. We are growing.
Yeah.
Right now, the smallest classes that we have in the entire system, 1st through 12th grade, are 11th and 12th grade classes. So we're on the up and up.
Yeah, that's great.
It's great. Yeah.
Opportunity toward the end of the month to hear from your winningest coaches in school history, and it's a lot of state championships. Mike Woolsey, Dave Swerdout, Herb Brogan. Is it 40 state titles between them, or is it
42?
42? I mean, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
Dave's bringing up more than half. So.
Yeah. But
I'm sure he'll throw that jab out there.
I really don't know of any school in the state that would have 3 programs like this. Talk about what this night's going to be. You're selling tickets to this. It's the Lumen Christi Night of Champions.
Yeah, the biggest thing we want to make people understand, it's not a fundraiser for us.
Sure.
It's just a night to, like you said, name another program. I don't know that has 3 coaches that have that many state titles, and one of our core values is achieving excellence, and Sean talks about it a lot. If you come into the gym, you see the banners for what? They're for state titles. They're not for district titles. They're not for conference championships. They're state championships, and there's a lot of them up there. So to have 3 men have their hand in that many is really impressive. So for them to also, getting to know them this year, they're not ones that are going to put themselves in the spotlight. So to get the 3 of them together, I'm very interested and intrigued to see what the night's going to hold. Yeah. I believe you're helping out.
Yeah, we'll be there as well. Yeah, right. So anxious to hear if you're a young coach out there in any sport, you should be at this. No matter.
The thing is, they all have their different way.
No doubt.
Of coaching, and they all have their different personality and their beliefs and their philosophies and how to bring the best out of their particular players. So I always felt like it would be a shame for them to step down and leave and not have this night for the community and just anyone in general around the state that want to listen to different ways on how to do it. It would just be sad to let that opportunity to go by. So to have 3 coaches, and just 3 great men that have just shaped so many lives. It's a great opportunity for the school.
Yeah, no doubt. That'll be a fun night. Yeah.
Not just the 42 state championships, but nearly 150 years combined service of all 3 coaches. It's amazing.
They've been there a long time.
Yeah.
That to me, being the new guy, it speaks a lot. Like they didn't want to go anywhere. They know that this is the place to be. Yeah. And it's been great to watch the football program from afar and see that they legit live their faith with Rosary on Tuesday or Wednesdays. Tuesdays, and then they're in the chapel on Fridays before the game. Yeah. So that I appreciate, and it is $25 that night with an open bar and appetizers. So should be a good time.
I'm anxious. Do you have any questions lined up for the guys?
I may have a couple questions.
I'm willing to bet that all 3 of them were hesitant to participate in this.
Yeah, I was in Jesse Brown's office, and we had to promise everyone, like, oh no, the other 2 are in.
Yeah.
Even before we even talked to the other 2 to get them to actually say yes. Yeah. So it's like Ben said, they're not something like, oh, absolutely, I want to. But the fact that we got all of them, and it's going to be kind of just a low-key question answer, and then give them time to talk about their philosophies.
Yeah, I'm working on my questions right now.
Sure.
I've got one for each of them.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you're right, their coaching styles, all three of them,
So different.
completely different.
So different. And the sports are just completely different.
You may have some questions about some of the offensive calls against that.
Why didn't you throw it
Country
down?
Day game back in.
Well, the one thing about all these coaches is they remember. They might not remember the year, but they remember the play or the day, and it's very cool. How important is it to have that longevity of so many coaches when you're not constantly trying to rebuild a program every 2-3 years, like we see across the country? You know, it's crazy.
I know Jesse loves it.
Yeah.
So many people have just great relationships with them, and just that consistency in anything, you know, that's huge.
Yeah.
I have a question for Herb.
What's that?
Are those the same pants?
No, he doesn't
they're not
wear
the
the
same
sandals
pants
anymore.
No, we'll do some shirt conversation maybe.
Yeah. He had a lucky hat for a long time.
Yeah.
And one of our dogs got after it, chewed it up, and he still wore it for the state championship game. And he got a lot of stuff on social media about having a ridiculous looking hat. So he had to take that one off. And my mom wouldn't let him wear that anymore either. So.
So funny. Well, thank you guys so much. Congrats on all the success this year, and we look forward to the second half of the year. We'll see you guys soon.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys. Sean Brogan and Ben Learned from Lumen Christi High School. More of the morning show coming up.